Greetings, God's chosen one. If you are hearing these words, know that it is not by chance. There is a greater purpose that has brought you here. This is an encounter arranged by the divine source, a spiritual summons that only attentive hearts can hear. You have been called. You have been set apart. You are God's chosen one. Within you lies a flame that has never gone out. Amidst all the trials, falls, pain, and moments of solitude, this flame has remained alight, waiting for the right moment to shine again. That moment has arrived. What you will hear here is not just a motivational speech, it is a revelation, a seed of transformation, a spiritual key for you to access the potential that God has already planted in your soul. Being God's chosen one means carrying a sacred mission. This calling was not given to everyone, only to those who have the courage to walk through the fire of adversity and emerge purified. Your faith and perseverance are not fragile. They were forged amid pain, in the struggle against inner doubts, against invisible forces that tried to steal your energy, your authenticity, and your purpose. But none of this was in vain. Today, you find yourself at a turning point. This video will not be just another message for your day, it will be a turning point. Because when you awaken to who you are at your core, to the power you carry, nothing can stop your transformation. The blessings are already on their way. But to receive them, you must make space, align your energy, and prepare your heart. Perhaps, up until now, you have felt alone. Perhaps you have asked yourself, why me? Why so many struggles? Why this path of solitude? And the answer is simple. Because God's chosen are prepared in silence. They are forged in the darkness, where no one sees. They are trained in the invisible battles, so that they can shine with authority when the right moment arrives. Now, I invite you to take a deep breath. Inhale faith, exhale fear. Inhale light, exhale doubt. Inhale confidence, exhale insecurity. Allow every word you hear from now on to not only touch your mind, but also awaken your spirit. Because this journey will be a journey of self-discovery, but also a deep dive into your spiritual essence. You will learn to recognize your blessings, strengthen your inner work, align your energy with divine purpose, and walk with perseverance toward the transformation that is already destined for you. God's chosen one, stay with me until the end of this video. I promise you will receive spiritual keys that will open invisible doors in your life. And when you finish, you will never be the same. Today, your awakening begins. Stay with me until the end of this video to discover how to access your true potential as God's chosen one and receive the blessings that are already on the way. God's chosen, before conquering new horizons, before manifesting great victories, there is one step that cannot be ignored: recognizing the blessings already present in your life. Many incessantly seek what they do not yet possess and forget to contemplate the treasures already delivered by divine source. These blessings are not limited to what can be seen or touched. They are in the simple act of opening your eyes in the morning, in the breath of life that courses through your body, in the ability to endure when all seemed lost. They are in seemingly casual connections, which are actually divinely orchestrated encounters. They are even present in periods of solitude, when God silences the external noise so that you can hear His voice within. God's chosen must cultivate a spiritual gaze, because when your eyes open to blessings, your energy rises, your consciousness expands, and you begin to see beyond appearances. Gratitude is not just a pretty feeling. It is a vibrational key, a spiritual code that opens invisible portals. Each time you give thanks, you affirm to the universe that you are ready to receive even more. Close your eyes now and allow yourself a simple practice. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what blessings sustain my life today? Maybe it's the strength to get back up after so many falls. Maybe it's the faith that never abandoned you. Maybe it's the people who came to support you in times of pain. Or even the silence that gave you the clarity to rediscover your purpose. Acknowledge it, feel it, be grateful. Remember, being one of God's chosen doesn't mean living a life without challenges. On the contrary, it means navigating adversity with the conviction that each trial is a stepping stone to your elevation. The battles you faced weren't punishments, but spiritual training. And even when you felt alone, divine source was by your side, shaping your strength, purifying your faith, aligning your energy with a greater purpose. Understand a profound truth. Blessings don't manifest only in comfort. Often, the greatest blessings arrive disguised as obstacles. Because it is in pain that you discover your perseverance. It is in loss that you discover your unshakable faith. It is in darkness that you learn to shine with the light of authenticity. Therefore, God's chosen one, begin to look at life with new eyes. Every experience, every failure, every victory, and every silence is part of a grand divine plan. Nothing was in vain. Everything that happened shaped you to be who you are today. And the more you recognize your blessings, the more your vibration aligns with abundance. The universe responds to your energy. And when your energy is one of gratitude, trust, and faith, you attract miracles that previously seemed impossible. Take a few minutes today to journal 3 blessings that sustain your life. By recognizing what you already have, you strengthen your energy and make room for new gifts to flow on your journey. As God's chosen one, there is a secret that few understand, but which completely transforms the lives of those who dare to put it into practice. True power does not come from outside, it is born within. It is in the silence of solitude, in invisible battles, in facing one's own shadows, that true strength is forged. The world constantly tries to distract us. It promises happiness in external achievements, in material possessions, in the approval of others. But have you ever realized that none of this fills the emptiness of the soul? Because what truly sustains, what truly liberates, is inner work. It is this silent dedication to looking within, confronting your wounds, cutting through limiting beliefs. As God's chosen one, you cannot be content with superficial illusions. Your mission is higher. You have been called to raise your energy, purify your mind, and align your life with the divine source. And this requires courage. It requires perseverance. It requires faith when no one else believes in you. Think about how many stories of overcoming obstacles you've heard. Men and women who amidst the deepest darkness found the strength to start over. It wasn't luck, it wasn't chance, it was inner work. It was spiritual discipline. It was the power of faith in action, the same power that is also within you. But how do you practice this inner work? Allow me to guide you through a few steps. Meditation and silence. Dedicate a few minutes a day to quiet your mind. Solitude is not loneliness, it is an encounter with your essence. In this space, the divine source speaks. Spiritual journey. Write down your reflections, your pains, your victories. When you put them on paper, you transform thoughts into consciousness, and consciousness into liberation. Authentic prayer. Don't just repeat words. Open your heart. Speak to God as if you were speaking to a father who already knows every detail of your soul. Breaking patterns. Observe which beliefs limit you. Ask yourself, is this true, or is it just a prison I've accepted as real? Cut these ties. You will notice that the deeper your inner work, the more your energy rises. It is in this process that the frequency of fear dissolves, and the frequency of faith and perseverance is strengthened. It is in this process that you stop being a slave to memories of the past and become a conscious builder of the future. And remember, inner work is not easy. Often, it will confront you with your shadows, but fear not. Gold is only purified in fire. Diamonds are only formed under pressure. Likewise, God's chosen only achieve their true authenticity when they allow themselves to pass through this fire of transformation. Therefore, God's chosen, do not run away from silence. Do not run away from introspection, because it is in silence that you hear the voice of divine source. It is in solitude that you find the answers. It is in inner work that you discover that you already have everything you need to live your mission with purpose. Today, before you go to sleep, write in your journal 3 areas of your life that need transformation. Dedicate yourself to at least one spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, or reading a psalm. This is the first step to strengthening your energy and advancing on your path as God's chosen one. God's chosen one. Now that you understand the importance of recognizing your blessings and practicing inner work, it's time to take the next step, manifesting. Because faith isn't just about believing. It's also about bringing into reality what divine source has already deposited in your spirit. Every true desire that arises in your heart isn't a coincidence. It's a whisper from God. If He has planted a dream in you, it's because He has already prepared the way for it to become reality. But to transform intention into manifestation, you must align your energy, focus, and actions with that purpose. The process of manifestation doesn't begin outside, it begins within. You must first see with the eyes of faith what hasn't yet materialized. Visualize it, feel it, experience the thrill of victory before it even happens. This is the secret of God as chosen ones. They do want to wait for the blessing to arrive before believing. They believe, and therefore the blessing arrives. Try a simple exercise now. Close your eyes and bring to mind a goal that pulses in your heart. See it as if it had already happened. Feel the joy, the peace, the fulfillment it would bring. Allow yourself to immerse yourself in this emotion. Breathe this energy as if it were your present reality. This act of visualizing with faith is a silent prayer, a spiritual code that communicates to divine source that you are ready to receive. But remember, manifesting is not just dreaming. It is aligning intention, energy, and action. The universe does not respond to vague desires, but to consistent movement. If you desire healing, you need to take care of your body, mind, and spirit. If you desire prosperity, you need to be willing to learn, to dedicate yourself, to open yourself to new opportunities. If you desire authentic relationships, you need to be willing to be vulnerable, to give the same love you desire to receive. Manifestation is, therefore, a pact between you and divine source. You believe, you vibrate, you act, heaven opens impossible paths. And when obstacles arise, do not see them as signs of failure, but as proof of perseverance. Every chosen one of God will be tested in their faith before accessing the great blessings. These tests are not meant to defeat you, but to strengthen you, to ensure that when victory arrives, you are prepared to sustain it. So, embrace the possibilities. Push away thoughts of scarcity. Reject the idea that you are unworthy, because you have already been chosen. You have already been set apart. You are God's chosen one, and therefore there are no limits to what you can manifest when your faith, energy, and perseverance are aligned. Allow yourself, today, to visualize the future you desire. See yourself living a life aligned with your purpose. Feel the joy, peace, and gratitude as if they were already real. The more you feel it, the more your energy will align with what is destined for you as God's chosen one. God's chosen one. By now you've learned to recognize your blessings, strengthen your inner work, envision possibilities, and stay present. But there's a truth that needs to be spoken. Thinking positively isn't enough. Faith needs to transform into movement. Vision needs to become action. Purpose needs to be lived, not just dreamed. How many men and women spend their lives waiting for something to happen, believing that one day everything will change on its own? But God's chosen one doesn't wait passively. They understand that their energy, their perseverance, and their daily choices are the channel through which blessings manifest. Aligning actions with your goals is putting your feet on the path of what God has already designed for your life. If divine source has shown you a destination, you need to walk towards it. It's not enough to believe the door will open. You need to take the step that will reach it, and that requires courage. Courage to step out of your comfort zone. Courage to take calculated risks. Courage to face the unknown with faith, knowing you don't walk alone, because your every move, when aligned with your purpose, is sustained by heaven. Think about it. If you desire prosperity, what concrete actions are you taking to develop it? Are you studying, creating opportunities, expanding your skills? If you desire spiritual evolution, are you dedicating yourself daily to prayer, study, and meditation? If you desire authentic relationships, are you willing to open your heart, offer vulnerability, forgive, and also love without reservation? God's chosen one cannot live on empty intentions. They must act authentically, because every time you act toward your purpose, the universe moves in your favor. The right people appear, unexpected opportunities arise, previously closed doors open. Don't be fooled. There will be moments of resistance, there will be obstacles along the way, but it is precisely in these moments that your perseverance is tested. You are not called to give up, but to endure, and every step taken in faith is a testament to your trust in divine source. Therefore, God's chosen one, ask yourself, what actions can I take today that will bring me closer to the future I desire? Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect time is now, because when you move, God moves with you. Choose a practical action today that will bring you closer to your purpose. It may be a small step, a deeper prayer, a necessary conversation, signing up for a course, an act of courage, but take that step, because every action is a seed of transformation in your journey as God's chosen one. There is a spiritual key capable of completely transforming your energy, your worldview, and even the reality you live in. This key is gratitude. Many treat it as something simple, almost trivial, but God's chosen understands that gratitude is a powerful spiritual frequency, a divine code that opens invisible pathways. When you choose to give thanks, even in the midst of adversity, you declare to the universe and divine source that you already recognize the blessings in your life and that you are ready to receive even more. Gratitude doesn't deny pain. It doesn't ignore struggles. It doesn't disguise difficulties. On the contrary, it transforms the way you see them. Where others see scarcity, God's chosen sees opportunity for growth. Where others see failure, they see learning. Where others see darkness, they find the chance to shine with authenticity. Practicing gratitude daily raises your vibration, because a grateful mind doesn't fixate on lack, but on abundance. And when your energy vibrates in abundance, you attract even more abundance. This isn't just philosophy, it's spiritual law. Try a simple practice. When you wake up in the morning, before picking up your phone or getting lost in the day's worries, close your eyes and say out loud 3 things you are grateful for. It could be your life, your health, your faith, your perseverance, your journey so far. Allow yourself to feel this gratitude in your heart. Notice how your energy immediately transforms. Another powerful practice is to write a gratitude list every day. It doesn't matter how small things seem: a smile received, a moment of peace, a lesson learned amid pain. Each entry strengthens your spirit, realigns your mind, and opens invisible doors to new blessings. God's chosen one, remember, it is not abundance that generates gratitude, it is gratitude that generates abundance. He who is grateful for little is ready to receive much. He who is grateful even in the storm is prepared to experience the rainbow of victory. And herein lies a mystery. Gratitude not only changes your energy, but also connects you more intimately to divine source. Because to be grateful is to recognize God's hand in every detail. It's admitting that nothing in your life has been in vain, that even the struggles have been instruments of transformation. So, allow gratitude to be the song of your soul. Raise your vibration every day. Choose to look beyond scarcity and see abundance. Choose to be grateful for what you already have, while walking with faith toward what is yet to come. Today, before bed, write down 5 things you are grateful for. Read them aloud, feel each word, and notice how your energy instantly rises. This simple practice is a powerful weapon for keeping your vibration high as God's chosen one, chosen by God. We have reached the most important moment of this journey, the awakening to the new you. So far, you have been led to reflect on your blessings, strengthen your inner work, align your actions, raise your vibration, and remain vigilant. All of this has prepared you for a single purpose: to welcome the future with confidence and authenticity. The new you is not someone distant, unattainable. It already exists within you. Every moment of solitude, every tear shed, every adversity faced was part of the divine process of refinement. Divine source wastes nothing. Everything you have experienced has shaped the stronger, wiser, and more luminous version of who you are becoming. Embracing this new you means abandoning old fears, releasing the weight of past guilt, and trusting that the future is an extension of your faith and perseverance. It means fully aligning with your purpose, living authentically, and recognizing that you were set apart for something greater. Chosen by God, there is no longer room for doubt. There is no longer room to shrink from life. The time of waiting is over. The time for transformation is now. And you already have all the spiritual tools necessary to walk with courage. Envision your life from now on, a path illuminated by faith, guided by perseverance, surrounded by blessings, and marked by the constant presence of divine source. See yourself receiving opportunities, experiencing meaningful connections, manifesting abundance, and fulfilling your purpose with spiritual authority. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. This video was merely an awakening, a call, a reminder of what already exists within you. Now, it's up to you to apply these lessons, practice the instructions daily, cultivate your energy, and remain vigilant. Your transformation won't be instantaneous, but it will be constant. Each step, each choice, each act of faith brings you closer to the future that is already in store. God's chosen one, lift your head. The world needs your light. Your voice, your authenticity, your energy are seeds of transformation not only for your life, but also for everyone around you. You were chosen to inspire, to resist, to shine. Heaven has already decreed victory. It's up to you to walk toward it. This is your time. This is your awakening. This is the beginning of your future. If this message spoke to your heart, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to continue receiving words that strengthen your faith and your journey as God's chosen one. Share this video with someone who also needs to awaken to their true spiritual identity. And remember, practice the lessons learned today. Apply gratitude, inner work, vigilance, manifestation, and perseverance. Transform each day into a living testimony of the divine purpose in your life.